Were you a fan of Clint Eastwood's westerns?
I like
Or
Clint's, yeah. I tried to make Unforgiven. For 8 years, I chased it. It was called Whore's Gold. Then it was called The William Money Killings. And for 8 years, and finally, about the 8th year, I said, how come I can't get this movie? And they go, well, Clint has the rights to it.
Right.
So that was a movie I wanted to do as a bookend to Dances with Wolves. And when he made a movie with Gene Hackman and with Morgan Freeman, that's his best Western, because those are the best actors.
Yeah, no, you get
Gene
an actress like
Hackman, I'm asked all the time, right? It's like, who's the best actor you work with? And that list gets really crazy. But like, you want to pin me down, I say, okay, well, look, maybe Gene Hackman.
what makes him great?
I don't know. Well, I've worked with great actors, but Gene was so present. If you have to put somebody at the list, I could do that. If somebody said the biggest star, that's simple too. Sean Connery.
Really?
Yeah, the biggest star in the world. I mean, you could just feel who he was.
So I love these stories. Like you wanted to star and direct Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Do you ever go see like Schindler's List and say, I would have been so much better in this? Damn.
I didn't say that about that one because I didn't feel it. I thought he made so many good choices to go black and white. I loved it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I went to Steven and he said, no, I think I am going to direct it. And so I said, okay, because I would have directed it. I said to my agent, I'd love to direct this and I'd love to be in that particular movie. And Steve and I talked about this, so I feel like now I can talk about this. I have some of these stories that I just keep in a treasure chest for a long time. And I'll tell you this one because it's a little bit humiliating. We really bonded over this story. I went from wanting to direct it to wanting to act in it to where I said, I'll come screen test for you, Steven. I probably put him in an incredibly awkward spot. And he goes, okay. And I flew out to New York on my own. I put on a bald cap. I look like the guy. And I auditioned for him in his kitchen. And in the end, I wasn't the right guy for him. So I flew back on the plane, and so now I'm telling this story. But I never felt bad about that. So when actors talk to me about stuff, I said, if you want something, you go try for it. You go try. You go audition. You humble yourself. And Steven just made the right choice for his movie. But I think Steven always understood that I would come across the country and I would put on a bowl cap. I would put on a German accent. I wanted that, Howard, and I didn't give a shit about what anybody thought, and I felt bad flying home, and I watched that movie, but if I tell somebody, I said, you can't wilt, you have to go try.